That's alright. I just want to see your magic at what, she tells me. Spike! I'll be out back if you need me, she calls to the young dragon. Alright. Just don't forget that Rainbow is coming over soon for the latest Daring Do book, he yells back. With that said, we head out the front door and walk around the tree. There's plenty of space here for me to cast with. Okay, so what would you like to see first? I ask her, moving at least 6 meters away from her. Can you show me each element on their own in all 3 forms? She asks back. Sure. These are cast as spray spells, I reply and hold out my left hand. I channel a fire element and release the spell. A small cone of flames sprays out about 2 meters in front of me. I look back to Twilight and see her writing down what she saw. I channel another fire element and use the area effect, creating a small wave of fire moving away from me for a couple meters. The grass was slightly burnt away. I can't cast a self-fire spell as it would set me on fire, I tell her, but the effect of doing that would dry me off if I was wet or defrost me if I were hit with a cold spell, I explain. Alright, she says from the safety of her tree, starts writing. I then channel a lightning element and cast it in front of me. Short bolts of electricity spray out in random directions in a cone-like manner. Then I cast it again as an area effect, created an electrical discharge surrounding me. Can't cast this one on myself as it would zap me instead. But this spell can jump from one target to another and deal more damage to those wet or wearing metal armor, I tell her, which she scribbles some more. I then channel a cold element and cast it. A frozen mist sprays in front of me, and the burnt ground is lightly coated in a thin sheet of ice. I cast it again as an area effect, freezing the area around me. Again, should I cast it on myself, I will only freeze myself, but should my target be wet, solidify the water on them, encase them in ice, I say, and propel the next element. I channel a water element which creates a spray of cool water ahead of me. This spell doesn't do any damage, but it makes a target wet to increase the effects of other elements like cold and lightning. It's also good for putting out fires and pushing lightweight enemies or objects away as well. I tell her and we cast the spell around me, soaking the area. Casting it on myself will only get me wet, but also put me out should I be on fire, I explain. I then channel a fire and water element, release a spray of hot steam in front of me. This will not only scald my target, but also soak them like a normal water element would, I tell her. I then cast the area version, and a gust of hot steam fills the area around me. The self-cast version of the spell is pointless as it will just hurt me and get me wet, I finish. These 2 next elements are classed as beam spells, I tell her. I was about to channel an arcane element, but a cry of distress distracts me. Ah! Look out! It says, and I look up to see a sky blue woman with wings, wearing shorts, a white shirt, exposes her toned stomach, and a brown leather sleeveless vest, and rainbow-colored wristbands. Speaking of rainbows, her hair and tail were the colors of the rainbow as well. Oh, Buck! She yells and crashes through one of the tree's windows. Twilight rushes in to see if she's alright, and I follow. Rainbow asks, "You alright?" Twilight asks, and this rainbow is sprawled out on the floor, groaning in pain. As Twilight tries to get her to come around, I notice her left wing is bending the wrong way with a lump sticking out from the middle. My guess would be it's broken. Spike looks from the kitchen area with a worried expression. "Rainbow, you alright? Say something," Twilight says with concern. "Oh, that fucking hurt," Rainbow says with a groan. She tries to sit up but yelps in pain as she tries to move her broken wing. "Oh, horse apples, not again," she says with a frown and gritted teeth. I walk over to her and kneel down. "Maybe I can help," I say. Rainbow looks up at me with a glare. "It's your fault this happened. I got distracted by what you were doing and lost control," she replies. "Then, if that's the case, will you let me heal it?" I offered. "Yeah, right. Even unicorn magic ain't that good. No offense, Twilight," Rainbow says. "None taken," Twilight replies to her. I chuckle, which makes Rainbow glare at me again. "This isn't unicorn magic," I tell her. "So, would you like me to heal you or not?" I offer again. She grumbles for a few seconds. "Fine, but no funny stuff," she warns me. I channel 2 life elements into my right hand and point my palm at her. Rainbow eyes widen as she sees 2 green orbs floating around my hand. I cast a spell, and a green beam of soothing light hits her square in the chest. She gasps and clenches her teeth as the bone resets itself and repairs the damaged muscle and tissue around it. Small cuts, bumps, and bruises on her also heal. This would be so much easier if I had my staff. After a few seconds, I stop the spell and lay down on my back, panting slightly. I think I used a bit too much mana from that and the demonstration. She stands and retracts her wing. Her jaw drops, then she stares at me. But how? You even removed the ache from where I last broke it," she says with a grin. Twilight is also staring at Rainbow's wing with her jaw agape. That was amazing. What would have taken a week to heal, you did in seconds," Twilight says and looks at me. "Adrian, are you alright?" she asks, seeing me panting. I weakly wave an arm at her and let it flop back to my side. "Yeah, I'm fine. Just used too much mana from that in the demonstration," I reply. I feel a tingle as I glow slightly purple. I look at Twilight and see her frown a bit, then gasp. "Why can't I lift you up?" she asks confused. I chuckle a bit. The doctor at the hospital said I was very resistant to unicorn magic, I tell her. "Now, if you don't mind, I think I'll take a nap," I say and fall asleep.